yeah. They're like, nah, there too many people can understand now.
All right, we didn't.
But
stacking in my bag. Yeah, stacking in my bag. I like crypto grind. Currencies flowing, every coins on my mind. My coin base the upper, watch your numbers climb. In this damn fine, feeling so prime. Hustling these protocols, phones in the van. Emptying out my radar, I can't understand. Jumping on the wave, watch me move the plan. Holding diamond hands in this crypto land. Got my eyes on the prize, making moves like a king. Every transaction here, cash raises ring. Ride a blockchain, we won't never be slow. In the world of finance, let the profit.
If you're holding real world assets, utility assets, you are a bank.
Yeah, of course, we go over the news and stuff, but we just do it feels natural when we be doing our thing.
We gotta get this money on. What's good? What's good? What it do, y'all? We back, man. So we're gonna get straight into it for real, because of course Jerome Powell's speech was a nothing burger. That's why we ain't come back on here. He said at the end of the speech he wasn't talking about the economy. So as soon as he said
I was looking too. I was like, it got to be something, but I was just like, it ain't shit.
Yeah, well, I called my little plug, and she said, yeah, he ain't talking about nothing. So I said,
yeah.
About my day, I needed to, organize my little stuff. Got some housework done. So, but it's all good, y'all, because we still had a good day yesterday because they did announce that we are they did end quantitative tightening. Mm-hmm. So we are going back to QE, which is quantitative easing. So, with that being said, they did pump $13.5 billion in liquidity yesterday. So we had a 13.5 billion liquidity injection that happened as QT ended yesterday. So we're actually going to talk about that first and just get straight into that. So who is this? Sorry, let me put my phone on do not disturb. All right, cool. Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. So yeah, let's talk about it. Let me go ahead and pull the article up. Good old Yahoo Finance, I believe. Hold on. One second. There we go. All right, y'all. Yeah, we're gonna get straight into it. What's up, everybody? Make sure y'all hit that like button as y'all coming in over here on YouTube. Make sure y'all hit that like button. We gotta have y'all smashing that like button because we shadow banned. So the more likes, the better. So let's make sure y'all hit that like button over there.
Yep. We need y'all over there. If y'all gonna get this game, then y'all gotta do y'all part, or else we can't continue to give y'all this game.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we gotta make sure y'all smash the like button on the way in. We appreciate it. So yeah, let's talk about it real quick. Because this $13.5 billion liquidity pump is why the crypto market is trying to rebound or whatever it's trying to do. It ain't nothing for me to get excited about. Like I said, I need to see new all-time highs. This ain't shit. But for the people that got in and y'all might be making a little bit of money right now, so I can see why y'all hype. But we've been here. So US Fed, so the US Fed ends QT with $13.5 billion liquidity pump. So crypto market rally. Do we have a crypto market rally coming up? I don't know. This might be a pump fake. We're gonna see. But so what just happened? So QT ends, and we had a $13.5 billion liquidity injection. So on December 1st, 2025, Fed officially ended its 2022 to 2025 cycle of quantitative tightening, meaning it stopped shrinking its balance sheet. So alongside ending QT, the Fed injected $13.5 billion into the banking system via overnight repurchase agreements, which is repos. So one of the largest single-day liquidity operations since COVID-19. So with this move, liquidity that had been steadily draining out of the system reverses direction. So the tight money regime is structurally loosening. So in short, after years of monetary tightening and liquidity drain, the central bank is effectively pumping liquidity back into the system. So this matters because of the liquidity revival factors in risk assets. So crypto in particular, Bitcoin, but also altcoins often benefit when liquidity returns because buyers can deploy capital more easily and risk appetite revives. So that's why many analysts see this as a possible catalyst for a crypto rally. Some expect this shift could mark the beginning of a new risk-on regime, potentially even a multi-year altcoin cycle. So monetary conditions loosen, dollar pressure and rate cuts likely. So with QT over and liquidity returning, pressure on interest rates and borrowing costs may ease or even reverse. So a weaker dollar combined with cheaper money historically pushes capital toward alternative assets, equities, commodities, and crypto. So yeah, this could materially shift capital flows globally. So for large investors, this shift may signal a turning point from tight money caution to liquidity driven opportunity. So institutions previously hesitant toward crypto might reconsider allocations or restart inflows, especially if risk free rates and borrowing conditions stay favorable. So yeah, liquidity returning could push more capital into digital assets, stable coins, crypto hedges, reinforcing um what we talk about on a daily basis. So yeah, I am gonna keep an eye on the market really to see because I told you I don't know what December finna bring us. We're gonna see though. We
Now
gonna
we definitely gonna see. Shout out to Ruru with the super chat over there on YouTube.
yeah, appreciate it for the super chat. Is
Uh yeah. So we'll see. Like you said, man, I'm not gonna get hyped until I see some new levels or something like that. You
yeah,
know,
we got to see some new levels.
yeah,
So
yeah.
just to finish off, it says if rate cuts follow, it could erode real yields globally, strengthening the case for non-yielding hard money, a classic environment for safe haven demand. So the structural shift might mark the beginning of a new market cycle, an opportunity window for swing trade and strategic accumulation or repositioning toward undervalued crypto or
Right.
real world asset plays. So yeah, yeah. So like I said, we still got some stuff to look forward to in crypto. But yeah, crypto has shifted. So yeah, y'all get ready because the printer machines are turned back on. So let's see what's getting ready to happen. Let's see if Trump and them if they was bullshitting or if they was telling the truth. But I know he said next year people gonna be making a lot of money. Market should be up and all
Mm-hmm.
that good stuff. And it makes sense because they want the markets up going into midterms. So this year actually made sense looking back on it. Financially, I thought it would have been a better year as far as investments go. But now I'm seeing that 2025 was the year of clearing the road, clearing the rules of the road, getting laws
Mm-hmm.
and regulations in order. So now that we're getting laws and regulations in order and we kind of at the tail end of that, um, I know we still got to get the market structure, DeFi bill, a couple other things got to get done, but I think all that stuff gonna get done in the next 6 to 9 months. And then, next year be all about implementation and them implementing these new payment networks and this new infrastructure into
Mm-hmm.
our everyday lives. And then, 2027, it'll just be ramping up from 2026. And I think 2028 to 2030 gonna be beautiful. That's what I'm kind of seeing how this is kind of gonna play out. But we go up from here. For those that
2020.
was early, let me reiterate that. For those that's been here since 2020, 2018, 2017, we go up from here.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
we've been going up. We started going up last year. So that doesn't mean, oh, that's not a Debbie Downer. I'm just letting y'all know that's how this kind of is looking like it's gonna play out. So I would keep my eye on the prize because even though we go up from here, that don't mean sell because we're gonna keep going up from here and from 2028 and beyond. Jesus,
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
Mm-hmm. Nah. This is definitely gonna be a great year and years to come. 20 we always said 2030 is kind of like an end game in the short term. We don't know what's going to happen, you know, after that. But, you know, there's a lot of stuff that's set up for now until 2030. And that's not really that long if you want to think about it. That's only like 4 years from now. We're only 4 years from 2030. You know what I'm saying?
Think about how fast time just went by from 2020, and y'all know that was a crazy year, to 2025. And we're about to go into 2026.
Yeah. So over a half a decade just passed by.
And it flew, y'all. It flew. It flew. Like, I feel like we was just in 2020, and then we're going into 2021, and it's like, dang, we're looking up, and it's about to be 2020. We literally about to be saying Happy New Year. I feel like we were just saying Happy New Year last year. This year flew. Time is not real. Time is not real. So for those that's kind of like, listen, like I tell y'all all the time, before y'all found out about this opportunity to invest in this infrastructure, your plan was to work until you were 65, 70 years old, gang. Please don't forget that. And I think that will make you very, very patient, knowing that your old strategy was you was going to retire in 2045, 2050.
Yeah.
This strategy is you may be able to retire between now, but depending on your bags, now and 2030, I think that's a good trade-off.
That's a great trade-off.
It's a great trade-off. You're still gonna be young enough to go hiking, go on vacations, have a good time, enjoy your kids, your grandkids. You're still gonna have time. So I think that we're in a great position right now. So I don't want people to get discouraged because I came on here and finally said it. But just depending on your bag, some people gonna be on the bus longer than others. It just depends on your bags, but we go up from here. You shouldn't have a sales strategy anyway. You should be looking into DeFi. And looking into other wealth management alternatives, because there is no selling. We're gonna operate like a bank, and we're gonna operate like the wealthy. We're gonna maintain our wealth. We're gonna borrow from our assets. We're not doing all that selling and going broke. We're not, we will not be falling in those statistics. Not if you with BlockNation. We're not falling in those statistics. Hell to the no.
You shouldn't anyway. If you've been listening and tapping in with us, you shouldn't be anyway.
Now I will say this before we move on, because I want to make this clear though. That don't mean take us relax and like, okay, I'm gonna get into these digital assets. No, I said we go up from here. So y'all ain't seeing these low ass prices. What I'm saying is we might have a 25-cent XLM in 2025. XLM might be $2, $3, $4, $5 in 2026. So that don't mean relax, because especially if your bankroll ain't up to par, you need to be taking advantage of these cheap ass prices. You need to get yourself together. That don't mean chill, because a lot of y'all, you ain't got it. So you need to be getting in as low as possible. So I said we go up from here. Just because we ain't mooning to $1 million, XRP does not mean chill. That just means we go up steadily from here. So so I'm talking to the people. Y'all know who I'm talking to. You know if I'm talking to you.
Right.
Don't be chilling. Speaking to me too. I got to get in at low prices. I'm not one of the people. I can't get into these $100, $200 assets. Not because I'm all about ROI. My mind just won't let me do that. So I already know me. I know my bankroll. I know I got to get in at these prices. Well, earlier, really earlier. That's why I got in way earlier.
Knowing where these prices are going to go. Yeah. Why would you try to get in later? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now do what you can. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm pretty sure, the stuff that we talk about that's under $1 specifically, that's obtainable. That's very obtainable.
Yeah. Yep. So yeah, y'all. So get right. Get right. Sure. But I'm still bullish on XRP for them. I'm still standing with Kurt. I'll stand on that mountain with Kurt and Jake Claver. So call it what it is. If I'm wrong, I'll come on here and admit we was wrong.
Yeah. And
over there with Kurt and them, so don't get it twisted, though.
ain't no problem with that. But shit, man, like, hey, if that's where we're going, then y'all should be excited, ecstatic.
For sure. So let's talk about this this AI article about these identity checks. So identity checks to power AI stablecoin payments added to Kween.
Yeah, he was just talking about payments. So this is a good segue. Shout out to my brother Koo for putting us onto that X402 a couple of weeks ago. So it seemed like more and more information is coming through with this. So basically what's new is Concordium integrated its ID an age verification stack with X402, which is an open stablecoin payments protocol initially incubated by Coinbase. So the goal here is to let AI agents, which we said is going to ramp up even more, and apps make automated stablecoin payments for goods and services that require KYC checks. So when you're traveling, streaming content, video games, age restricted services, all of that stuff. So Concordium also extended age verification via Bitcoin.com, potentially enabling verified payments across 75 million plus wallets, right? What X402 is a lightweight open standard to send stablecoin payments over HTTP using standard web rescues, designed for pay per use, right? And machine to machine payments without logins or heavy authentication flows. So basically, imagine just like, okay, I want to watch this movie right now and just paying for the movie per minute or per 5 minutes or whatever, instead of like paying $17-20 a month for a service, you could pay per use, and you paying a very, very small fee, right? Because the internet wasn't designed for payments when it was made. It was just a place to share information. It turned into a place where people could do transactions over time, but it wasn't initially made for that. So why this Concordium piece matters is because it adds regulated features missing in generic machine-to-machine payments, like identity age, compliance hooks like the KYC, and eligibility gating for restricted goods and services. So this enables merchants to accept AI-initiated payments that must satisfy regulatory checks, not just open payments. So the AI agents is going to be doing the shopping for you, right? So how it could work, the potential architecture of it is that the agent requests the service over to the HTTP, to the X402 payment integrated, and the agent attaches Concordium back tokens to the request, and then the merchant verifies and receives the stablecoin via X402 rails. So this is some big stuff. So the benefits for merchants and platforms would be it will accept payments that meet the standards. It lowers the fraud risk versus autonomous bots and anonymous bots rather, and programmable compliance. And then for the AI agents, it's no rails, no logins. So no logging into shit. Like they know who you are, right? Global reach and machine native payments. We should have been here maybe about 10 years ago. I'm glad we getting into it now because we're able to invest in it, but we should have been here, right? And then for users, smoother user experience, fewer manual steps, right? And y'all might want to look into virtual protocols because he also put me down with that. Virtual protocols. That might be something you want to look into. I think it's on base. Virtual protocol. So basically what to watch for next is we're going to see what the supported chains are, the stable coins, the custody models, and the format. And the merchant adoption. So bookings, games, content sites that enable X402 plus ID gates. And then the wallet support. So mainstream wallets adding agent permissions, spending limits, and verifiable credential storage. And of course, regulatory framework guidance on the AI initiated payments, identity proofs, and responsibilities for these agentic systems. So digital ID for your payments with the AI agents. So this is happening.
It's happening.
As a society.
Yeah, y'all gonna see a lot of AI agent talk moving forward. Gang, get used to it. Might as well go ahead and get familiar with it. To be honest, I believe we did an AI agents class with DeFi King. Just to introduce it. So that's still in the archives for those that's interested. But I will be getting real familiar with the AI agents because that's gonna be part of your life moving forward, especially after 2030. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. Like I said, less people trying to go outside, y'all. This is your future.
And virtual protocols. The ticker is virtual. It's 93 cents right now. Just saying.
Okay.
Nobody ain't told you. Virtual protocols. Virtual
protocols, 93 cents right now. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So I want to talk about Circle real quick. We got some bullish Circle news. Circle with Algorand. Algorand is an underrated asset. We don't show it enough love. I don't think it gets shown enough love in general. But Algorand is one of them ones. For sure. I would not sleep on the Algorand Foundation at all.
Quantum resistant, right? Quantum
Quantum
proof.
resistant. Algorand, one of the ones. Do your homework on Algorand, okay? That's gonna be one of the ones that's gonna sneak up on everybody, and people gonna be looking like, oh my god, I should have got some. Talk about it real quick. So we got WireX and Algorand join forces to revolutionize global USDC payments. So let's talk about it real quick. So what the partnership announces. So WireX and Algorand are partnering to enable USDC on Algorand functionality for users globally. So this integration lets 7 million WireX users spend, send, and hold USDC on the Algorand blockchain. And via the WireX Visa card, and they use USDC as well on that Visa card. So 80 million Visa accepting merchants worldwide for USDC. 80 million Visa accepting merchants worldwide for USDC. Transactions are processed natively on Algorand, meaning fast, low fee on chain settlement. The system aims to provide one-to-one fiat stablecoin conversion via traditional rails. So that's ACH, SEPA. Also with minimal friction, no hidden spreads, and seamless stablecoin fiat interoperability. So through this infrastructure, developers on Algorand can access card issuance, banking connectivity, and FX services, potentially enabling new fintechs, remittance providers, and payment apps built on Algorand stablecoin rails. So in short, this isn't just another crypto payment feature. It's a push to let stablecoins like USDC function like real everyday money, spendable, frictionless, borderless via global merchant networks and existing banking or payment rails. So yeah, this is some big news over there with Algorand because it's a real world adoption push. We're bridging traditional finance and blockchain rails, programmable money infrastructure. Because now it's giving developers direct access to car, FX banking, and rails plus on-chain settlement. So this sets up a foundation for next generation fintech. Remittances, global payroll, decentralized business payment systems, and digital native banking. Also, pressure on legacy banking and remittance models. So, low cost cross border payments, instant settlement, no hidden fees. So, this competes directly with traditional remittance services, FX fees, and correspondent banking. So that's a structural shift in how money moves globally. And then of course the implications for stablecoins and fiat on-chain dominance. So as stablecoins become more usable, demand for on-chain USDC could rise. So that may accelerate stablecoin adoption, liquidity, and eventually change how capital flows globally. So a key data point for macro allocation, wealth preservation, and digital asset strategy. So yeah, this was some I thought this was some pretty good news coming from Algorand as well as Circle. So
so basically USDC is not going to lose at all.
no, and they're compliant.
Compliant.
They're compliant and they do audits. Yeah.
Not like some other people we know.
Yeah, they can pass an audit, they're compliant. Yeah. It's a pretty safe bet.
Jeez.
Well, I would much rather use USDC because you don't know when they're gonna come in and just cut that line off with Tether, like, not compliant, no audits, boom. Like, but I know USDT is still the number one stable coin for right now. It's a lot tied to it. So, but yeah, USDC.
Yeah, no, this is
billion merchants worldwide, gang, 80 million and counting.
Nah, this is good because I know, sometimes, with XRP, XLM, and all these other projects, we kind of like lose sight of some of these other guys that's a part of this mix, like Algorand and Quant and Zenfin, because not as much news. It's not as it's not as sexy what they're doing, but they're doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes. So,
Yeah. Do your homework on Algorand, y'all. Do your homework on Algorand. We're talking about Circle. I'm gonna just do the next article because 2 articles on Circle. So we got Circle Foundation launches to boost financial resilience for undeserved communities. So this makes a lot of sense because it lines up with what Stellar also is doing. Because y'all know Circle runs off of the Stellar blockchain. I don't think some people might not have heard. So yeah, Circle. So what is the Circle Foundation and what it aims to do? So the Circle Foundation was publicly launched on December 2nd, 2025. It's a philanthropic arm seated under Circle's pledge 1% commitment. So its mission is to advance financial resilience and inclusion through grant making and support for institutions that fill gaps left by traditional finance, especially small businesses, underserved communities, and global humanitarian context. So the initial geographic focus will be the U.S. small businesses, especially via partnerships with community development financial institutions. So these CDFIs often serve communities neglected by mainstream banking. So on a global scale, Circle Foundation plans to support organizations modernizing humanitarian aid infrastructure, leveraging digital currencies or stablecoins to deliver aid more efficiently, transparently, and at lower cost. So beyond money, foundation efforts include deploying Circle's time, technology, and expertise. So not just grants. So they're aiming for systemic change rather than philanthropy. So this is huge because y'all know they're going after them unbanked people. That's why they're going to underserved communities. But
Yeah. Yep.
but yeah, so the Circles Foundation creation is a structural signal. It's not just some charity project. So Circles operations are transitioning from high volatility crypto experiments into infrastructure for financial inclusion. So the foundation aims to include stable coins and tokenized finance into real economies, small businesses, and humanitarian systems, expanding crypto, DeFi based from early adopter to real world populations and institutions. So Circle trying to introduce all this new tech, this better technology and these better opportunities through crypto and DeFi to underserved communities, which is essentially what we're trying to do as well through the channel. But they won't let us be great, and y'all don't like hitting the like button. It's like, no, I'm just playing.
Yeah.
Some of y'all,
some of y'all just sitting there watching. Some of y'all just sitting there
y'all
watching.
just watching. Y'all ain't tapping nothing. So yeah, but yeah, that's what Circle out here trying to do, so that people will be hip and they won't miss out on these opportunities. Especially when you're about to be on UBI, you're gonna try and any extra money you can get outside of UBI is gonna be a bonus. It's gonna be a plus for real. It's gonna be a blessing because, yeah. Whew.
Nah, this is big. No, go ahead. I'll give my 2 cents.
Oh, for sure. Oh, I was reading the comments. But yeah, by funding CDFIs and community-oriented finance institutions, Circle is trying to make stablecoins or digital asset usage part of long-term financial architecture, not a niche or speculative side bet. So this may reshape how underbanked communities access credit, savings, and digital payments globally. So expanding the reserve and utility use case for stablecoins. So historically, many have used stablecoins like USDC as speculative crypto adjuncts. So the foundation's mission reframes them as utility tools for business resilience, remittances aid, small business growth, and broadening the narrative beyond volatility to long-term value flows and structural replacement for legacy banking in underserved regions. So yeah, this is gonna be huge. So it's mainstream on-chain finance for the underserved. So Circle Foundation plus Circle stablecoin infrastructure becomes a major channel for remittances, for small businesses and humanitarian transfers across emerging markets. So USDC becomes the de facto digital cash for the unbanked. There we go. That's what I was waiting on them to say. So yeah, they are becoming the de facto digital cash for the unbanked. So this broadens crypto beyond speculation, of course. This creates a new class of reserve assets or liquidity. So I see what Circle trying to do here. I see what Circle trying to do. They're definitely listen. The people in the underserved communities, y'all time is now, gang. They finna be giving y'all all types of money, all types of little trials because they getting ready to do all these trials and all this stuff with y'all leading up into 2030 to get everybody geared up and ready for this new world, this new earth that I told y'all is coming. That's really already here, is already forming for real. So now y'all time to shine and get y'all life together. Ain't no excuses no more. They finna introduce y'all to DeFi and everything.
No, that's 100. That's 100. And honestly,
capitalize off this shit.
With those CDFIs you was talking about, those guys, they actually give financial education to these communities. So Circle is really doing a part on different fronts. So they're trying to educate the people, and they, like you said, they're running trials and stuff like that, and they offer lending that a traditional bank may not offer with the CDFIs, if you guys know. Because CDFIs could be a bank, but it could also be a credit union. It could also be a loan fund within itself. So Circle's doing their part. And just to remind y'all, because I know we bring it up periodically, Circle was definitely, or Stellar was definitely sending USDC to them jokers over there in Ukraine several years ago.
Yep. You want to pull the receipt? We got a receipt for that in the archive somewhere.
I could find it real quick. Hold up.
And don't forget that y'all president, the other one, the sleepy one, the one that be sleep all the time, he actually used the Stellar blockchain to send Ukraine money one time over there. He had used the Stellar blockchain when he sent them a couple billion, whatever it was. Stellar to do it. So that was not the president now, the sleepy one, not the crazy one. The one that was used to fall asleep on TV. One that used to fall asleep on TV, the one that used to trip going up the steps and all that shit. That one that went to the beach. I think he was at the beach about 70% of his presidency. He was at the beach.
Yeah.
I ain't never seen a president take that many vacations in my life. He took a lot of goddamn vacations. Jesus Christ.
He said
he reminded me to take trips. I said, well, goddamn, I need to get like Biden. If Biden got time to take trips, I know I got time. He supposed to be running the country.
Oh yeah, here's
Easy said with diapers on.
He said with diapers.
Easy said with the he on the beach with the shrimp trunks and the diaper gang.
Damn. Where homeboy been? I ain't seen him in the news lately.
What's at the lab. At the lab, you feel me?
I just sent you a receipt from 2023. Right.
I'm waiting on it to load up right now. Come on now. They ain't trying to let me be great. There we go. In the Ukraine war, Stellar Aid Assist is using crypto to give mass aid. Here it is. Here we go. Right here from CoinDesk. This came out September 28th, 2023. September 28th, 2023. In the Ukraine war, Stellar Aid Assist is using crypto to give mass aid. So the payment app that leverages stablecoins for fast and cheap transfer was designed to be user-friendly for trauma and disaster victims. That's why Stellar Aid Assist is one of CoinDesk's projects to watch for 2023.
And if you go to the bottom, if you scroll down, a little bit more. We'll go back up. I think it was, right there where it says Stellar Aid Assist.
Stellar Aid assists humanitarian organizations to send bulk stablecoin payments in the form of Circle's dollar peg USD coin, which is USDC, to recipients in need. Unlike traditional cash transfers, payments through Stellar Aid Assist can be made safely, nearly instantaneously, and with complete transparency on where and when the funds arrived, all without interference of potentially sticky-fingered middlemen. Without the interference of potentially sticky-fingered middlemen. It's also basically free to use.
American Red Cross.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Something got stuck in your throat. Pause.
I'm sorry, guys. Did I say something? Okay. All right.
Whoopsies. Man, them receipts is a motherfucker. I'm surprised I ain't scrolled this from the internet. That's how you know it's go time. So yeah, y'all, USDC, XLM, Stellar, do your homework if you haven't already. But Stellar, don't sleep on Stellar.
No, don't. I can't. It's out of everybody. I feel like that is the one that's gonna surprise everybody.
Oh, for sure.
Because it's gonna be. It was right up under your nose the whole time. While everybody's talking about XRP, but Stellar, fam, that whole entire ecosystem, fam. Woo. Damn.
Telling you. So I want to talk about Bank of America next.
Oh yeah.
Bank of America.
They was trying to hide out while JP Morgan can't just be getting all the shine, right?
You know what I'm saying?
What they doing over there at Bank of America? I was actively looking for some Bank of America news, and I was like, oh shit, just popped up. That's what I was looking for. So, Bank of America, B of A, B of A backs 1 to 4% crypto allocation, opens door for Bitcoin ETFs. They better open their door if they want to be around. So, Bank of America, which is the second largest bank in the United States, contrary to whatever you want to believe, they recommended a 1 to 4% allocation to digital assets for suitable wealth clients. Merrill Private Bank, Merrill Edge, this is per Yahoo. So they want to allow access to 4 spot Bitcoin ETFs starting January 5th. So that's the Bitwise Bitcoin ETF, that's Fidelity Wise Origin Bitcoin Fund, that's Grayscale Bitcoin Mini Trust, and that's BlackRock's iShare Bitcoin Trust. So previously, clients could access ETFs only upon request. Advisors, 15,000, which they got 15,000 plus of, couldn't proactively recommend them. That changes now. That's how you know we are getting into something different. When they tell these big banks with these advisors that, listen, pull the lever, but they're not pulling the lever fully. They pulling the lever like about halfway down, right? Because they just talking about Bitcoin and Bank of America right here. But the CIO Chris Heisey said a modest allocation suits investors focused on thematic innovation and comfortable with higher volatility, emphasizing a regulated vehicle and risk understanding. So why this matters is because a major wirehouse flipping to proactive guidance is a strong signal of institutional normalization. I'm going to say it again, institutional normalization. The move closely follows Vanguard, which we talked about yesterday, enabling crypto ETF trading for clients, hinting at a broader industry alignment. They all on the phone with each other like, all right, your day is Tuesday, my day is Monday, your day is Wednesday. You start announcing whatever. They all at the same table, like me and Ashley all the time. They all sitting at the same table. Don't act like it's like, oh man, like they just no. They all in alignment with each other. So practical impact. Wealth platforms can model, allocate, and rebalance Bitcoin exposure inside standard portfolios, and then it opens the pipeline for inflows via model portfolios and advisor-led proposals. So the emergent share playbook for Bitcoin allocation was BlackRock back in December 2024, Fidelity mid 2025 this year, Morgan Stanley, which was this past October, and then now Bank of America. So the convergence is institutionals cluster around that 1 to 4% as a risk managed satellite position. What this means for investors on the investor side, you get access and advice. So now B of A advisors can now actively recommend crypto exposure, right? Accept inclusions in IPS discussions, model portfolios, and periodic rebalancing, right? This is what you should be doing for yourself. This is why we tell you, get into DeFi, because these advisors are only going to be able to do but so much for you, fam. Vehicle choice matters. So fees, liquidity, spreads, creation, redemption, and track and error differ across different ETFs. And then operational convenience becomes part of the value proposition. And then portfolio construction, typical use is a small satellite alternative sleeve, rebalance quarterly or semi-annually. And then the risk framing. So that's what it means for investors. Of course, risk you want to keep in mind is volatility and drawdowns, regulatory and market structure risk, which we should be getting regulations very soon. And then correlation, regime shift. So Bitcoin can correlate with risk assets and stress. Don't assume persistent diversification benefits. So the simple takeaway is that Bitcoin, Bank of America just mainstream advisor-led exposure with 1 to 4% recommended range and access to top Bitcoin ETFs. So Bank of America still not telling you about XRP, still not telling you about XLM. They just telling you about Bitcoin. Hell, they not even telling you about Ethereum. They just like, here's the Bitcoin ETF. Here you go. So if you're 50, 60, on the way to retirement or newly retired, that's all they're gonna tell you about, fam. That's all they're gonna tell you about.
Well,
so this is why you got to open your mind. You got to open your ears to what we be talking about, because it's time to get off the porch, fam. It's time to get off the porch. There's no excuse.
Y'all gotta make a move, or you're gonna be fucked up. I'm gonna just straight up tell you, you gotta make a move, or you're gonna be fucked up. You're gonna be relying on the government if you don't make a move. That's just where it's going. Majority of the country, not everybody, but majority of Americans are going to be relying on the government in the next probably 5 to 10 years.
Sooner than that, probably.
Yeah.
Probably
people are gonna get very complacent and very comfortable on UBI. And that's just what it's gonna be. So if you can act now, or you're gonna be fucked up in a couple years, truthfully, and you're gonna be pissed about it. You're gonna be pissed
because you heard us.
Yeah. So speaking of that, that leads me, since we're talking about Bitcoin, that leads me right into this lying ass company telling these people they'll never sell their Bitcoin. They're never gonna sell their Bitcoin. They're gonna hold it. Michael, yeah. I mean, you should never be surprised when a snake show you that he a snake. It's always gonna be a motherfucking snake. Because to my knowledge, didn't he F these people over in the 80s already, or the early 90s?
Back in the .com bust, he lost $6 billion in a day.
He lost $6 billion in a day in the .com bust. Okay, so so let's talk about strategy real quick.
Hold on. Before you get into it, Saylor lost $6 billion in one day when MicroStrategy's stock plummeted 62% after the company admitted it had overstated profits for 2 consecutive years. That's what really happened.
Okay, so let's talk about it. We got a simple breakdown. Again, shout out to Shanaka for this. So strategy. Is this the one the other D sent me this morning? Because I want to make sure I give him credit, because he sent it to me off the early. Yep, it was with him, the confession for 5 years. Here we go. The good old confession from Michael Saylor. So for 5 years, Michael Saylor, shout out to my homie D. For 5 years, Michael Saylor preached one gospel: you do not sell your Bitcoin. That is what he's been saying for 5 years. That is a fact. Don't be mad at the messenger. So 650,000 coins, that's $56 billion, the largest corporate holder on earth. Yesterday, both Saylor and the CEO Fang Li admitted they will sell. Let's go back again. For 5 years, Michael Saylor preached one gospel: you do not sell your Bitcoin. So yesterday, both Saylor and the CEO, Fang Li, and if I'm saying his name wrong, my apologies, I don't care. They admitted that they will sell. So Saylor's words, these were Saylor's words: we will do that because that's in the best interest of shareholders. Again, Saylor's words: we will do that because that's in the best interest of shareholders. The religion has a liquidation clause. The math that breaks the faith. Listen to this, y'all. The market cap today is $49.26 billion. That's Strategy's market cap. Their Bitcoin holdings. Listen, the company's market cap is $49.26 billion. Their Bitcoin holdings today is $55.9 billion. This can only go one or two ways. Either this was a great fucking investment strategy, or this was the worst fucking decision that a company in corporate America could have ever made. It's only going to go one or two ways. So strategy is already worth less than the coins it holds. Strategy is already worth less than the coins it holds. The first trigger, this is simple math. The first trigger condition for forced sales has been met. They have $8.2 billion in debt, $800 million in annual preferred dividends, a software business, what's this, hemorrhaging cash. So their emergency response is $1.44 billion in reserves from stock sales. So that buys 21 months. What happens month 22? So the countdown, nobody is watching. Again, I'm reporting the news. I want to know these not my words. I'm just reporting. I'm reporting what's out there, guys. So I thought it was interesting.
This is good journalism. This is good journalism, though.
Journalism. Okay, I have a journal. My sister is a journalist. This is great journalism. I'm sure if I sent her this, she would say this is great journalism. It is what it is. All right. So listen. The countdown.
Nobody said bankruptcy.
Let me get through it. Let me get through it. I'm preaching the sermon. Let me get through it real quick. Y'all funny as hell. That nigga said bankruptcy. I'm sorry.
Oh my God, yo.
Boy, oh boy.
Dennis, who said that? Dennis, shout out to Dennis over there. He said bankruptcy. Damn.
Hey, listen, because the Bitcoin maxis love them some Michael Saylor. Boy, they was standing beside them. They was standing beside that man. That's why I said either this is gonna go great or this is gonna go bad really quickly. So the countdown, nobody is watching.
All right.
January 15, 2026, the MSCI decides whether to expel strategy from global from global indices, whatever. So JP Morgan estimates forced institutional selling between $2.8 billion and $8 billion if removal proceeds. 44 days until that verdict. 44 days until that. So the smart money already left.
Damn.
I said I was not gonna come up here and laugh at this shit because I was cracking up when I read this shit this morning when D sent it to me. I'm sorry because I'm supposed to be neutral. I'm supposed to be new. That's why I can't work for no damn news outlet because I get on that bitch. I'm sorry. I'm trying to stay neutral, but this shit is fucking funny. So the smart money already left. Q3 2025. SEC filing. So you got BlackRock, Vanguard, JP Morgan, and Capital International. They all liquidated $5.38 billion in strategy shares. They liquidated $5.38 billion in strategy shares. So they did not wait for the announcement. So JP Morgan, BlackRock, Vanguard, and Capital International did not wait for the announcement. They went ahead and liquidated.
They said we out.
We out of here. We're gone. So they liquidated. They did not wait. So they so they read the covenant documents. Again, they read the documents like we do. They read the documents and got the hell on. They said, all right, we out of here. So the revelation, so conviction was never the product, leverage was. So when the architect of never sell publicly prices the conditions under which he will sell, the architecture was always temporary. So the temple had an exit door the entire time. It was simply never shown to the congregation. Bitcoin does not need strategy to survive. This is a fact. Bitcoin does not need strategy to survive. The question is whether strategy can survive Bitcoin. 44 days, which I believe now from the time that this came out, it might be 42. This came out, this came out today. 44 days. 44 days. So if you are a strategy investor, you might want to get up out of there. You might want to, you might want to get up out of there, gang. It's not looking good. That's really enough. I ain't even gonna go in on them no more. All I needed to read was the market cap. Once I read that market cap, gang, it was over with. I could not stop laughing this morning when I read this shit because this is crazy. So the market cap is $49.26 billion, and their Bitcoin holdings is $55.9 billion. If I was JP Morgan, BlackRock, and the rest of them niggas, I'm liquidating too. I'm getting the fuck up out of there because what is going on over here?
Like sell.
Man, that man Sailor, gang. I told y'all I ain't know what the hell he was talking about. You sounding crazy, telling y'all to buy the top and all types of shit. Trying to keep his company afloat.
Damn, this is great.
He was telling me, I gotta laugh at him because this is the same dude that was telling niggas to buy at 120,000. Like, what is wrong with y'all niggas? Like, he told niggas to buy at 120,000. So what? You know, like, I'm gonna laugh at him, gang. What? This shit laughable, gang. Like, what are we talking about, nigga? You wanted these retail people to save your motherfucking company, and that shit about to go down the fucking drain.
He was at the White House in the whole nine. He was at the White House in the whole nine with everybody else.
I think he damn near bed to come to the dinner.
he another actor in this game.
Yeah, he playing his role.
He's sitting at the table. He playing his role.
That's why it pays to zoom out, gang. He's playing a role like everybody else. Everybody got a role to play. Brad Garland House got a role to play too. So y'all XRP maxis for y'all be like, yeah, nah. All of them playing a motherfucking role. They all got a role to play.
Tell them.
Take that with a grain of salt. I don't care. They all got Marshall Hayner. They all got a motherfucking role to play. They all playing a role, gang.
Kevin said there's a Joker in every deck.
Damn.
Facts.
It is. Somebody, so shout out to Mastering My Inner Source. They said that goes to show us that you have to do your own research. 100%. 100%. You got to do your research. That's why I said y'all got to be non-emotional investors. Do not get tied up and get into all of that maximalist energy and all of that tribalism energy. Do not participate in that shit. We are here to make money and to keep it moving. We're here to make money, keep money, and grow money. That is what we're here to do. We're not marrying these companies. I don't give a damn about Ripple. The same way I don't give a damn about strategy. I'm here to make money. It just so happens that Ripple just happens to be the better player here. So that's just where we at with it. So that's why it pays to be a non-emotional investor, because you can zoom out and laugh at shit like this. This is hilarious. So yeah, so I do. Oh yeah. Let me get you. I think you had another article. Did you have another article?
Nah, I think we went through them all.
Okay, cool. So I can show this Paul Atkins clip. So I do have a clip here from Paul Atkins. So he did announce live on CNBC that day, huh?
Oh, did we go over? No, I did. The 10 European banks from stablecoin company.
Oh, all right, here we go.
I didn't go over that.
Yeah, you can go over that one first, and then I got a clip to show with Paul Atkins.
Okay, all right. So hold up. Give me a second. Let me pull this up. I was listening. That shit was funny as hell. All right, so 10 European banks. 10 European banks form a stablecoin company, Quavalis, right? Because I said Quavalis. I'm like, what the hell is a Quavalis, fam? So I had to look up myself. So Quavalis is a new Amsterdam-based company formed by 10 major European banks to issue a euro-pegged stablecoin by 2026. Everything by 2026, fam. Provide a regulated bank-backed euro stablecoin to counter the dominance of USD stablecoins like USDT and USDC. So who's behind it? These are the banks that's behind it: ING, UniCredit, BNP Paribas, Raiffeisen Bank International, SEB, Danske Bank, and some others. That I'm not even gonna go into. But the leadership is Jan Oliver Sell, who's an ex-Coinbase Germany. The CFO is Floris Luke, who's an ING digital asset lead, and the chair is Howard Daves, who's a former National West chair. So the timeline is 6 to 9 months. They want a EMI, electronic money institution authorization from the Dutch bank, National. So it's targeted in 6 to 9 months. You just said in 6 to 9 months we should be getting regulation. You just said that not too long ago. So the launch target is the second half of 2026. So this matters because USD stablecoins dominate, given the dollar outsized influence in on-chain finance, and then the Quavalis aim to be an alternative with traditional bank credibility, regulated reserves, and European governance. So how it's going to basically work is going to be a peg 1-to-1 with the euro, and the reserves are held in high quality, short duration euro assets like cash and T-bills under the EMI rules with audits. So, it's legit. And then you got redemption, access, compliance, chains, etc. And then the Europe's policy backdrop is MiCA, as we talked about for the past couple of years. MiCA provides a clear path for e-money tokens, but central banks, ECBs, NCBs currently restrict issuers' balances at central banks at operational necessity, limiting fully backed full reserve models directly at the central bank. And then you got Poland. the president vetoed a MiCA alignment bill, citing civil liberty and small business concerns, illustrates policy fragmentation. And then you got over there in Sweden, they warn of systemic risk if deposits flow from banks to stablecoins, right? Which will cause a funding loss, lending squeezes, and run risk. So, I mean, they're going to get it together. They're going to get it together because in the bigger picture, the U.S. is accelerating dollar stablecoins to extend dollar reach. And the Quavalis is Europe's bid to reclaim monetary ground with a bank-led euro alternative. So what it could mean for users and businesses, it could mean that for Europeans, a euro stablecoin with bank grade compliance, European governance, and likely a strong reserve transparency. For merchants and fintechs, this is a native euro rail for payouts, cross-border commerce, and programmable money without using the USD pairs. And then for DeFi and crypto markets, this is more euro liquidity pairs, reduce reliance on the USD coins for European activity. So they basically want to just have their own shit separate to the USD coins, USDC, USDT, and stuff like that. I ain't mad at them, but we'll see what happens. But I figure, we just talk about that real quick. You can play that clip though now.
Okay. All right. And so this clip right here is just the SEC chair announcing live on CNBC that they are working to pass the crypto market structure bill this year. So it's coming. So I just wanted to play this clip real quick.
Okay.
So is what I'm hoping. We were impeded.
And do you think that can happen before the end of the year?
Sorry, y'all, it's low. Whoever posted the video is not a loud video.
Shit.
Yeah, it's low as hell. So y'all gonna have to put some headphones in to be quiet. But yeah.
And do you think that can happen before the end of the year?
Well, we'll see. We're working with Congress and we're providing what we call technical assistance to them regarding legislation to make sure that they're staying on what makes sense and that meshes with other laws and whatnot. But we'll see. I can't prognosticate that, but we have enough authority to drive forward. I'm looking forward to having an innovation exemption that we've been talking about now. We'll be able to get that out in a month or so is what I'm hoping. We were impeded a bit by the government shutdown. Obviously, we couldn't work on things during that time, but we're on track and we will be able to forge forward with the crypto area and make sure that we are able to embrace this new area of innovation that for too long the United States basically is just pushed back against.
All right, well, let me see, because I actually had the actual full clip of him speaking because I wanted to show him. She asked him something. Hold on, let me play it real quick because I had another clip and then I can probably fast forward to where he was talking about that so y'all can hear it a little bit better. But this is just he said something real important right here. That's why I had pinpoint. I just can't think of what about it. It'll come to me in a second.
Make sure y'all liking the live over there on YouTube, fam.
How gambling and investing are blending in some ways. You see it with the gambling sites, you see it with predictions markets, and I realize that's the CFTC, not your purview in terms of the prediction markets. But we even talked yesterday with Amy Silverman, who just talked about how you do see much more activity in these future markets on things like options and puts that expire within a day. What's your thought on that? Because your job is to make sure that investors are protected. Is there too much of a blend between investing and gambling, or do you think this is something that's manageable?
Well, I do think it's manageable, and I'm focused on the capital markets, and I'll leave my colleagues at the Commodity Futures Trading Commission to look after the futures and derivatives markets. And so, but risk-taking, there is a continuum from, from more long-term things to more short-term as well. But, that's inherent in the...
You see how he said he's going to leave it to the CFTC? So the SEC is backing off of everything. Like when it comes to this shit. So
humans to take risks and others more embracing of it than
Let me get to the market structure.
BlackRock, where the CEO can actually say, gee, this is the way I feel about these social issues, and I'm going to vote the shares of a passive investment with what my interests are in mind.
This was a pretty good segment. It's about a 12-minute segment that he had this morning over there. So for those that want to watch the whole thing, just go to CNBC. But here we go, right here, where they talk about some crypto at this point.
Legislation, and do you think that can happen before?
To make our capital markets as efficient and growing as possible.
Can you do what needs to be done with crypto without legislation? And do you think that can happen before the end of the year?
Well, we'll see. We're working with Congress, and we're providing what we call technical assistance to them regarding legislation to make sure that they're staying on what makes sense and that meshes with other laws and whatnot. But we'll see. I can't prognosticate that, but we have enough authority to drive forward. I'm looking forward to having an innovation exemption that we've been talking about now. We'll be able to get that out in a month or so is what I'm hoping. We were impeded a bit by the government shutdown. Obviously, we couldn't work on things during that time, but we're on track, and we will be able to forge forward with the crypto area and make sure that we are able to embrace this new area of innovation that for too long the United States basically is just pushed back against. And so I'm looking forward to having rules that are focused on helping that sector of the economy move forward.
Come up and make IPOs greater. MIPCA? It just doesn't have the same.
I'm the only one that don't be getting. I'm not the only one that be getting tongue twisted like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, y'all. So that was pretty much your update on that. Do I think they're gonna get it done at the end of this year? They can. It's possible, but I think it's gonna be January, February 2026. That's just me. I think we'll get
pressing it. That'd be pressing it because this is December 2nd, so you got to move fast.
Yeah, got to move fast. Yeah, they don't really have a lot of time, but the way this is building up, you could tell they're just trying to lead up into midterms, and this market is going to be immaculate going into midterms next year. So that is all they're doing is just pressing for time and trying to lead into the markets going up at the right time, at the perfect moment. So that's all they were. So pretty much it was just a bunch of stalling out this year, but we did get a lot of stuff done this year. Like when you actually look back on the year for crypto, as far as getting regulations, at least we got the stablecoin bill passed. They cleared the rules of the road a lot in the banking sector when it comes to crypto. So a lot of things got done this year. Contrary to popular beliefs, things that needed to get done for y'all to get to that point where we all start getting paid. So that's why we, kept up with the news consistently and came on here to give y'all, these updates because this is what's happening. This the process, y'all. This was going on. Hope y'all keeping up with your new monetary system because it's an opportunity there. So hopefully everybody in this live or anybody that comes across this live is going to take advantage of that opportunity. Will not be here forever. So yeah, that is pretty much all we had for this evening live. So yeah, y'all, that's it for real. So make sure y'all get into that class on the 13th and the 14th. We're still doing that metaverse and gaming class coming up. So make sure y'all tap into that class. It's gonna be one day is gonna be a regular class. The second day is gonna be in the metaverse. So make sure y'all tap into that class. It's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a lot of money coming into gaming here in the coming years. So to know how to make money in that sector early, especially taking advantage of the metaverse and being early and being a pioneer just in that aspect of gaming, it's gonna be a benefit and a plus. So make sure y'all tap in to that class on the 13th and the 14th.
Yep. It's, after everything that we just talked about this live, y'all definitely should know as much as y'all can going into 2026. So we almost had 100K over there on TikTok. We'll let y'all get to 100K because y'all was working. Appreciate y'all over there.
For sure, yeah. Let's run them likes up. Make sure y'all hit that like button over here on YouTube. Make sure y'all join the community, man. We got a Telegram. Make sure y'all hop in that Telegram for those that want to join BlockNation. And get that Telegram to just get the news and the updates and just to converse with like-minded people. That's what it's all about, networking, and just, we just building out this platform, because a lot of us, we can't talk to, we all got family and friends. Most of us cannot talk to a majority of them about this right here. None of them understand this shit. They don't know what's going on, or they just have no conviction. It's just a waste of air. So we just create a safe space for people to let it out, or just to, share news and information. So yeah, make sure y'all join the Telegram, Patreon for those that want to join DeFi, that want to be learning about DeFi, educating themselves on DeFi. DeFi is gonna have a big year in 2026. So learning and educating yourself now in DeFi can only be a plus and a benefit for you. So make sure y'all tap into the Patreon as well. Yeah, listen, y'all, it's people out here trying to help you. You know what I'm saying? I know that 9 to 5 grind is ass, especially when you don't like your job. So here you go. Just trying to give y'all a couple blueprints to get on up out of here. Because what I'm noticing is, people love to see, meet people once they done made it and once they done got all this money. But what better time to get with people than when they on the grind and on the way there, you can get rich with them, opposed to asking them how they did it. No one was gatekeeping. Information was out there. Take it or leave it.
Ascend.
Invest in yourself and get it going.
Like we always say, man, ascend. You could watch all the BlockNation videos. You could watch all the, the TikTok videos and everything like that, and get all the answers. It's gonna take you a whole hell of a lot of the time. So if you want the shortcut, join the Telegram. You want the shortcut to DeFi, join the Patreon. And pretty soon everybody in the Telegram gonna be in a separate Patreon. We're gonna make a separate Patreon for that as well.
Yeah, so, for sure.
Catch us on the way up, fam. Catch us on the way up, because come next year, we're not gonna be in the same space. I can guarantee you that.
I'll tell y'all what, boy, that XRP price go to 3 digits like they projecting, but I'm
not gonna be in the same space.
Catch us now. Catch us now. That's all I'm gonna say. Catch us now. Y'all see what's going on. They're gonna get this market structure bill done, and all the institutions gonna come running, and it's gonna be a wrap after that. So yeah, take advantage now, y'all. But other than that, we'll be back on this evening, 6 p.m. Eastern. So we'll see y'all for that next live. Other than that, y'all be easy. Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff, and we'll see y'all later. All right.
All right. Peace.
All right, y'all.